So we have theater programs in multiple areas of Brooklyn, and in Kensington we have a large Bengali population, and a lot of those kids have been in our program for like 8 to 10 years. And our mission at BCT, Brooklyn Children's Theater, is all about inclusion and diversity, and so when we discovered this grant from Doris Foundation of Islamic Art that was to fund arts projects to bring Muslim and non-Muslim communities together, that's already something that we were doing in Kensington, Brooklyn. So for us, it just made sense to follow through. And we create original material for our musicals for children to perform in. And so it just made sense that we would take this subject idea and tell the stories of the kids that had been working with us already. So when we first went after the grant from Doris Foundation of Islamic Art and decided to pursue telling stories from Muslim cultures, and I presented it to my community, some people were apprehensive, and it hadn't really occurred to me that the term Muslim would have a negative effect on anybody, or that anybody, I never really thought of it because it's a community that I've been involved with for a while. So at first, I think some people were cautious for whatever reason, even though they might not have been able to identify why they were cautious. But since we actually started the work and we started bringing Muslim and non-Muslim people together, children and artists and adults and parents, it's really become this wonderful community. And it's actually like the point of the grant has really come true, that we've had a lot of understanding and people making personal connections, and the feedback has been really wonderful. And we've had non-Muslim parents who are super excited to have their kids involved and that they're getting this opportunity to learn something new. And we've just had a really, really wonderful response since we started. So I really want this to be the first perception that a lot of children have of Muslim people. I want them to see, like for the play about Ramadan, like, oh, this is a community that spends a month giving to charity, that this is a community that spends a month thinking of other people and sympathizing with the poor and hungry. And it's like, if everybody in the country knew that, or everybody in the world knew that, then there would not be this negative perception of Muslim people. And so I hope that the kids are educated, and I think they are, and I hope the parents watching also come away with that piece of education and have, when they hear the term Muslim, that they think of something positive and not, the negative that's being put on us by the media. So Isa Fatma is my goddess. She's an actress and a playwright. She has a show called Dirty Pocky Lingerie. She's hilariously funny, so wonderful and warm, and was raised in Mississippi, but is Pakistani. She's like this thing unto herself. So she was along with us as a consultant and then turned in and became one of our playwrights. And then I have Kareem Fahmy, who is a wonderful director. He's Canadian, and originally his family's from Egypt, but he directs plays all over New York City and all over the world. So he was also one of our consultants and was in the room with us this summer when we were doing these playwriting workshops with the kids. And then, and the Muslim Student Association from Brooklyn Tech. So a lot of the teenagers from there were helping me, for my play about Ramadan. They were giving their own experiences of what fasting was like and telling me what the journey was. And so those folks in particular were very much, and Amani Gaith, who's also designed our costumes. She fasted with me. She helped me through my fast and fed me when the sun went down. So they were really a big part of it, and helping to tell their stories and being great advisors along the way. Oh, I hope we do another show. I love these people so much, and it breaks my heart to think that it would come to an end. So the plays that we've already written, there are 4 of them, and we're hoping to license them and have theater groups around the country do them. And we're thinking perhaps maybe the next step of this is that we could request more funding to go out and help companies around the country mount these shows, and maybe do more, tell more stories. And then also maybe to tell more stories of other groups that might be misrepresented in the country, or just people that don't get their voices heard.